And they assembled out at the start for this competitive race. It is 2 and Wood Pigeon 7-2. Joint favourite now alongside Arthur's Reuben, who's the best backed horse in the race. Son of the King was the best back this morning. Global Domination attracting some support now, 6-1 into 11-2. And Debacle is 14s into 10-1. So there's a spread of money here, but most notably, we may have a new favourite in the shape of Arthur's Reuben soon enough.
Arthur's Reuben, who finished third here last month. 130 Wood Pigeon, 4-1 Arthur's Reuben has seen some support, as Alex was saying. He's had his wind done since he ran behind Lord Getaway, subsequent winner Lord Getaway here most recently.
Yeah, and he's only a 6-year-old, so there might still be some improvement to come from him, and hopefully the wind operation might do that. But for all that, he's 0 out of 12 in his career. And I think he's short enough at 7-2, given his overall profile, even if he tends to run well around here.
Any number we could pick out, the big strapping Johnny Yuma, you can see the light blue and maroon.
I wanted to mention him. I mean, I could certainly construct the case based on the run at Bangor. In his only chase, he's unexposed, he's likely to enjoy the better ground. I thought he looked like he'd benefit from the run.
It looks like Fly Home Harry, last year's winner, he's going to have some company with that's the deal, keeping alongside him, walking around in the holding area.
Well, that's the way it's looking, and you wouldn't be surprised. And Son of the King and Wood Pigeon are normally quite handy in their races. I mean, at those odds, if you don't mind losing a fraction, I would have thought Son of the King at each way would be a...
Each way, 9-2?
Oh, yes, why not?
Who are you, and what have you done with Jonathan?
Yeah, no, gutless. I would have thought he's likely to run very well, Son of the King.
I think he'll probably come on for his run at Hereford. He's got familiar jockey Darren Edwards back on board, who he had Matt Griffiths last time. Nothing wrong with that, but Darren can take off an extra 5.
And of course, he's run away at the Cheltenham Festival.
Yes.
Yes.
You expect to remember which one that was?
That's all I can never remember either. Didn't Maximise.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, I know it was. Anyway, and the first 2 from last year, Global Domination, Fly Home Harry, and all in all, it's a nice trappy contest.
Got me thinking now. Trying to think of the horse that Maximised chinned, having been about 15 lengths behind in the Kim Muir.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyway. Some
brought it up.
No, I know, but it was. Well, but there we are. 3-1.
Alex was right. We have got a new favourite.
Yeah, Arthur's his favourite. Well, good luck with that. I know it was your selection. So that's
yes.
That's probably encouraged thousands to lump on it.
Oh, well, some people know better.
No, I'm sure you've guided them to many riches.
Well, I think it's time to hand to Tim. I think on that note,
Not
for
bombshell.
this. No, I didn't want to say bombshell. Right, third race, Weatherby's Hamilton Handicap Chase, third of 6 this afternoon. We're about to have action over the best part of 3 miles.
Thank you, David. And they are now being called in. So runners being called in. These 9 chasers. First race over the larger obstacles today then. They're off for the Weatherby's Hamilton Handicap Chase. 2 miles, 7.5 furlongs, 19 to be jumped this time. And as they head towards the first, more or less 4 or 5 in line as they jump the first. Nor a mistake at the first by Son of the King. He didn't really have much room. Did well to stay on board, Darren Edwards, with Global Domination on one side and Wood Pigeon on the other. And that's the deal, though. The 15-year-old, having his 100th rule start, who's into the lead, has a fractional lead to Global Domination and Harry Skelton as they head towards the open ditch, which is number 2. And they all get over that pretty well. Also fairly prominent is Fly Home Harry, the red cap on the far side, last year's winner. Wood Pigeon in the light blue colours is in 4th place as they make their way towards fence number 3. Then comes Son of the King with Syntex as well. And a mistake there by Fly Home Harry, and we've lost one out the back. Looked like Debacle coming down as they went over that fence, and they now start to swing right-handed. So Fly Home Harry made a real shuddering error as well, and we lost Debacle at that fence. So that's the deal. Is in the lead, going on by a couple of lengths. 2 in 2nd place, Global Domination, who's on the outside of Wood Pigeon as they jump the next. Son of the King is on the outside of Syntex. Then comes Fly Home Harry. After that error was better at that fence. Johnny Yuma is towards the back as they clear the water. Arthur's Reuben as well in the orange and green colours is also towards the rear. So heading down towards their next fence, fence number 6. There will be a plain fence. That's the deal. Has about 3 lengths in hand now, coming down towards the next. From Wood Pigeon, who's over in second. We have Global Domination. Arthur's Reuben was a bit sticky there. Syntex as well wasn't that fluent as they head towards another open ditch. That's the deal. Jumps it nicely. From Wood Pigeon, who's over in second with Global Domination. Then I got back to Son of the King, who's in 4th place. Then Arthur's Reuben, a reminder for Syntex. He's been a bit sticky at a couple of the fences. They jumped the final fence down the far side. Son of the King was not good there. Shortened up and lost a place. Arthur's Reuben's moved now into 4th position as Johnny Yuma is still at the tail of the field. So jumping, just finding a few of these out already, and that's the deal so far. Has got himself into a nice rhythm under Lee Edwards. Goes on from Wood Pigeon and Global Domination. He was second to Fly Home Harry in this race 12 months ago in the blue colours. In behind is Arthur's Reuben and Jonathan Burke. Son of the King follows these with Syntex. Then comes Fly Home Harry and Johnny Yuma and Ben Post just moving alongside Syntex as they make their way towards the home straight once again. So that's the deal, leading by about 2 lengths. He's getting things his own way, the 15-year-old, and he comes down towards the next. From in second place, Wood Pigeon. Out to the right as we look is Global Domination. Then in behind is Arthur's Reuben. Johnny Yuma in behind that with Son of the King. On the far side is Fly Home Harry. And also Syntex, the noseband, as they clear their next fence. This will be the final fence in a circuit's time. And the 8 that continue are separated by about 4 or 5 lengths. And that's the deal, has a lead of around a length. Far side Wood Pigeon, Richard Johnson. Global Domination, Harry Skelton down the near side. Then in behind is Arthur's Reuben, Syntex, Johnny Yuma, Son of the King. And Fly Home Harry, Paul O'Brien as last as they clear the open ditch. Fly Home Harry just being chased along on landing as they head down towards the next. This is the obstacle we lost debacle at on the previous circuit. Global Domination, and that's the deal with Wood Pigeon. In fact, as you can see, they are going to miss out that fence, and they now start to take a right-hander away. So they missed out that fence, and they now have a circuit to go. So at the moment, that's the deal. Has a narrow lead. Global Domination, though, is not far away, only a neck down. Then in 3rd position is Wood Pigeon. Arthur's Reuben comes next with Johnny Yuma, who's on the outside, Son of the King. Then comes Syntex, and 4 lengths back to Fly Home Harry as they jump the first on the far side. And again, Son of the King was not good there. Certainly hasn't really found any jumping rhythm at all so far. Heading towards the water, that's the deal from Global Domination, who's over in 2nd place. Then comes Wood Pigeon, Arthur's Reuben, Johnny Yuma, Syntex getting reminders. Also getting reminders towards the back is Son of the King and Fly Home Harry as they make their way down towards fence number 15. That's the deal. Against Seeing a Stride and jumping well from Global Domination. Wood Pigeon coming under some pressure. Still going okay, and behind is Arthur's Reuben. Johnny Yuma's into a clear 5th now as they clear over the next fence. And they clear the next fence, and it's that's the deal on the inside of Global Domination. Global Domination now putting it to that's the deal. Arthur's Reuben, though, only 2 lengths behind, has shortened up there with Wood Pigeon. Then comes Johnny Yuma, who's back in 5th position. The other 3 are getting left behind. That's the deal being taken on by Global Domination for the lead, and Global Domination for the Caroline Bailey team is now about half a length clear to that's the deal in 2nd place. Then comes Arthur's Reuben. Then being chased along is Wood Pigeon, and a gap back to Johnny Yuma. They're a long way clear as Syntex, Son of the King, and also Fly Home Harry. So now making their way towards the home straight. Still 2 left to jump. Global Domination from an Arthur's Reuben now going into 2nd. That's the deal is in 3rd place. Johnny Yuma's trying to stay on the 1 pace. Then comes Wood Pigeon, who looks laboured as they make their way down that far towards the final 2 fences. Then Global Domination, runner up in this race 12 months ago, going on from Arthur's Reuben in the orange and green, trying to stay on in 2nd place. Has got around 3 lengths to find. Then comes That's the Deal in 3rd. Johnny Yuma now very tired, and then comes Wood Pigeon heading to the final fence. Global Domination with Arthur's Reuben the challenger, about a length between them there. Global Domination was untidy. Arthur's Reuben moving alongside there, a long way clear of That's the Deal. Arthur's Reuben hits the front. Global Domination is going to try and fight back on that far side as they head towards the cutaway. Arthur's Reuben just wandering around, but in front from Global Domination, and Arthur's Reuben staying on for a first victory. Arthur's Reuben for Jonathan Burke is the winner. Global Domination 2nd again in this race. Then came That's the Deal, a big run back in 3rd for him, and then came Wood Pigeon and Johnny Yuma.
Arthur's Reuben has won his first race at the 13th attempt, only his second try over fences. He's gone 2 places better than he managed here last month for Jenny Candlish and Jonathan Burke, riding his 28th winner of the season, and has come home in front of Global Domination, last year's second in the race once again, and that's the deal, running a most honourable race in finishing in 3rd. I don't think Arthur's Reuben was mad keen on the idea of going past, but he had enough left in the tank that he didn't take that much convincing from Jonathan Burke.
No, perhaps it's a whole new experience for him, isn't it? And perhaps that's what caught him out. He is stargazing a bit, or wandering around, but he's Global Domination's done his running. He made a slight mistake at the last, and that's given him the win. Well done you.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll keep you posted on Debacle, who crashed out of the race very early, in fact, and we'll let you know any news on him. As we join it here, Fly Home Harry, last year's winner, is already beating his retreat, along with Son of the King, who it all went wrong very early because he had no room at the first, made a mistake, and was then not in the position that the jockey would have wanted him to be.